What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Coming at you from the Legacy Club across the street from TD Garden, I am Josue Pavon, joined by Cedric Maxwell and Nick Gelso, the New Orleans Pelicans, the happiest organization in the NBA right now, man. They got the number one pick for the 2019 NBA draft, but what does that mean for the Boston Celtics? Cedric, let's start with you. Is Anthony Davis still in play for the Celtics?
I think he is, and I believe he's in play now because I think he went past the point of no return. And the new darling's going to be in town in New Orleans. And if I'm New Orleans, I want to start this puppy over.
Yeah.
I want to restart. I got the pretty girl. I want to get the car. I can get trades. I can do all these different things if, in fact, I move him. If I don't move him, what you're going to have, this is going to be Kyrie 2 going on right now. Are you going to sign? Are you going to sign? And Anthony Davis said, if you have me back, I'm going to go, oh, my God. That would be just crazy.
Oh, God. No,
Nick,
but
what do you think?
The question, too, is, okay, so if the Celtics are in play and they bring Anthony Davis here and Kyrie stays, Kyrie's signing a one-on-one, right? I mean, he's not going to sign a long-term deal. So now you got a whole season of more speculation. Do fans want to deal with it? I don't know. If the basketball's good and they're winning, we'll deal with anything, right? But if it's bad, another bad season, to me, the Celtics culture was rebuilt with KG and that team, and I'm so freaking scared that it's being ripped apart by these attitudes, and you add another one to the mix that doesn't want to be in Boston, that might be an issue.
And it's sad because I heard what Anthony Davis's dad said about Boston, saying, look how they treated Isaiah.
But he wanted him to go to LA.
Then you look at it like this, and you go, well, how's your son treat New Orleans?
New Orleans.
He's
It's
still
the
under
same
contract.
thing.
Yeah.
So I think you have to look at it. It's a business. Is he good? Now, he is the one guy I love that can change the fortune of this team because all those holes that you have, rebounding the basketball,
defending the rim,
blocking shots, rim protector, he is able to give you those things. But at what cost are you willing to do this?
But if I'm the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm trying to ride this thing out until I'm convincing Anthony Davis that this is the place to be. You put these two together, and they're winning, Max. If they're winning, let's say, I don't know, let's say they
Zion
win.
and Anthony Davis?
Yeah, Zion and Anthony Davis.
Zion and Anthony.
Let's say they start off 15-5.
Zion and
don't
Anthony
think that's
Davis. I'm gonna do it like this. Zion and Anthony Davis in the Western Conference. You know what that gets you?
What?
Not being in the playoffs.
That's not a playoff team?
You don't get in the playoffs. You just had, wait a minute, you just had, who'd you have the other year? You had Boogie Cousins.
Yeah. Well,
And Anthony Davis.
Yeah, they got out the first round.
Anthony Davis. What first round? That's all you're talking about. I think if you still look
when Cousins was healthy, they got out the first round.
I still think if you look at it, Zion has a lot of growing, and there's going to be some question marks about some things he's able to do in this league.
Right.
He's not done anything in the league yet.
Yeah, and you're gonna question those things until I actually see it. Does he have tremendous talent? Yes, but at the same time, what is his deficiencies? So I think that I'm like New Orleans. Give the keys to the new kid.
I
Let
agree.
him have it, and we're moving on from Anthony Davis, and we can go out, say they shop him out, and they get Jaylen Brown, or they get
Tatum.
Yeah, but
to add to that mix.
Okay, but Max, if you're the Pelicans, that offer's not going to still be on the table months into the season. I mean, what do they have to lose? It's not one of those things where
It's getting less and less as time goes on.
You get less when you trade him. Right now, this is the maximum time for them to hit because this is when the iron is really hot. Everybody's going to be negotiating. Everybody's moving. Who wants to make the ultimate?
Yeah, but if you ask me,
power
man,
play?
Danny's at that table waiting for as long as the Pelicans want to wait this thing out.
Oh, yeah.
Danny's willing to deal, whether it's now, whether it's January,
Let me ask you this:
whether it's at the trade deadline.
after this season, do you move Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown to get an Anthony Davis?
One of them, yeah, you do.
Because it was
You
no
have to.
Tatum, hands off
It's gonna
Tatum.
take one of
After
them.
this season in the playoffs, do you move Jason Tatum?
I love this thing.
It's going to take one of them.
I love this thing because I talked to Jason Tatum. It's that inside my sources.
It's-
Not my
oh,
sources,
you're like, Woj.
but I actually talked to him, and I was talking to Jason. I said, and his dad. And I was actually on another show, and I was doing a segment, and I was talking about Jason. I said they were asking me about him. would you trade him right now for Anthony Davis? I said, I would tell the kid to get in the car because I got some sandwiches. You're going south.
Oh, wow.
So his dad comes up to me later on and goes, his dad says, he comes to me after the game and says, Max, I have a problem with you right now. I said, what's your problem, man? He said, you said that you would trade my son for Anthony Davis.
What's with these parents?
And I said, and? And he looked at me and said, well, if he wasn't my son, I'd trade him too.
Exactly.
Then I went to Jason Tatum, and I asked Jason Tatum, I said, Jason, do you hear what
think
your
he
dad
said that,
to me?
didn't
He said, I would trade you for Anthony Davis. So I think Anthony Davis is a special
Once in a
commodity.
generation
Yeah,
type player.
and if you can somehow pair him with a Kyrie Irving, and as long as you know, here's the thing, I don't want to lose Marcus Smart.
Oh, me
I
either.
don't want
Are
to lose
you
Marcus
kidding
Smart.
me?
If you're matching salaries,
And
Marcus Smart almost
Brown,
has to be in that.
Oh,
Well,
that would be
so
disastrous.
that's
to me.
the problem.
That's one of the things that you look at this team, what you're going to lose, because the heart and soul of this team. We can talk about was Kyrie, but we saw the heart and soul of this team. Even when they start playing pretty good defense in Milwaukee, it was when Marcus Smart stepped on. The intangibles he has are crazy.
They don't make the box
So
score,
if you lose him and Anthony Davis is that piece, I would be distraught.
Not to mention, Max, I mean, he showed up for exit interviews, and what did Marcus do? He complimented Kyrie. He complimented his teammates. He talked about what a tough year it was, but he stood behind his teammates. He didn't go selling them down the pike. I mean, Marcus he's a Celtic.
Yes, Marcus, you think of the way he played in that last game, you could tell he was hurt.
Oh, yeah.
He was hurting.
Yep.
But he
gave
going
it
to
effort.
he was going to leave it out, and when he got on the bus after it was all over, he was almost crawling on the bus at the for the last game. So it's just Anthony Davis thing is interesting to me.
It's gonna be a fun summer.
Would I make that move? Absolutely.
There you have it. There it is.
The legend, right?